What's up, listeners? You are listening to the 10th episode of True to Size. What's up, everyone? My name is Alan Martinez, and I am joined by my brothers...
Joel Hernandez.
Oh my God!
DJ Clue!
Forgot my name. I was going to say DJ Clue. Alvin Martinez.
There's a storm! There's a storm!
And...
Lawrence.
Hopkins. And we are Canada Got Soul, and you are listening to the 10th episode of True to Size.
10.
We made it, guys.
Yeah.
This is a decade of episodes.
10.
It's been a long time.
Yep. Amazing. Weren't we supposed to wait for Sean?
Has it been 10 years already?
Wow.
And where is Sean? What are we doing? This is True to Size, a weekly podcast where we get together and chat it up about sneakers. Today we're going to go through a bunch more collabs because that's pretty much what's all that's left there is now. New and some recent drops. And then we talk about general releases and general release shoes and how relevant they are now. But first, the fire round. This is going to be a non-sneaker related fire round. Another one. This is from Jarek Presto.
Yo.
And he asks... He's the only one that's supplying us fire rounds, so shout out to you, Jarek Presto.
Shout out.
Our one and only listener.
We're going to have you on the pod so you can ask more fire round questions to our faces. All right, so he asks, is it time for the Raptors to break the team up? I asked him what he said, and he says, personally, I felt this year the Raps had a really good chance to actually make it to the finals. We all know they have the best bench, which was an issue in previous years. They strayed away from ISO, which was also another issue from previous years. So I wouldn't necessarily break it up fully. Maybe it's time to trade Lowry while he still has value. We have 2 point guards who really developed this year, Wright and Van Vliet. We should utilize them more now and get someone who can carry the franchise further, in my opinion. We have scorers, but they are not KD.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin looks like he's going to blow.
No, makes sense. Sort of.
What do you think, Alvin?
If you're trying to keep KC, dismantle the team.
Really? Go on.
So, in my opinion, so first place in Eastern Conference is amazing.
That's good.
But
franchise record season.
Mm-hmm.
But that means nothing in the postseason.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Factual information.
Okay, cool. First place, all these wins, but you don't show out.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the end goal? End goal is a championship, or the finals, at least, or at least past the second round, which didn't occur.
Not this year.
No,
because we met the brick wall really early.
And I feel that whatever strategy was being played in the regular season wasn't in use during the post.
True. They didn't look like they were playing their
keep it consistent. Season. You know what I mean? Like, why do you need to change up the gameplay or your strategy if you're doing that good in the regular season?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you trust the team that you were using in the regular season and do the same shit in the post?
So you would say keep Dwayne Casey, blow up the team. No. Keep Dwayne Casey, blow up the team, or keep the team and get rid of Dwayne Casey.
Yes.
Which one would you prefer?
The latter one.
Why?
I don't know. As much as Casey's done for the squad,
his peers voted him coach of the year.
Congratulations.
In the regular season.
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. Like, that happened to, I think, George Karl, no?
Yeah, he also got
he
fired.
got the coach of the year.
Like, actual coach of the year.
Yeah, and then summertime came and he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, what happened to that team afterwards, though?
Yeah.
They never really touched the playoffs at all afterwards, right?
That's the main thing that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
especially with like all the up and comers in the East, like Philadelphia, like Boston, like Cleveland is always going to be relevant if LeBron is there.
Facts.
Even Milwaukee, the Heat are looking really good. Like there's a bunch of solid teams that are coming up. Even the Pacers, like look at the Pacers, they pushed the Cavs to 7. I'm just nervous that if we blow it up, or even if we change something too drastically, we're going to end up like the Atlanta Hawks after they blew up their team and they
Absolutely
have not
nothing
touched
now.
the playoffs.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think the regular season was a false sense of hope, and I think everyone bought into it because like
for sure.
LeBron has been to 9 straight finals or 10 or something
like that.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it was like honestly like gonna happen again. Like no matter what place they come in the regular season, like I think they're gonna beat Boston in the next round, and I think they're going to the finals again.
I think so too.
So I think it was a pipe dream to begin with that we were going to make it to the finals, although by the record, we should have. But if you're going to fire like the coach because they didn't get past LeBron, then you have to fire like every coach in the East because no one's gotten past LeBron in the past 10 years. No team has gotten past LeBron in the East in the past 10 years. So
That's
I think,
a valid argument.
yeah, like we have a really solid young core who, if we can keep, because I'm sure their prices are going to go up after the great season they had.
Word.
To me, honestly, it's just wait out LeBron or wait until he goes to the West.
Yeah.
Like that's all you can do.
Either way,
Like,
we're gonna
yeah.
be facing LeBron.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Like
So,
you're gonna face him in the finals, or you're gonna face him in the somewhere in the Eastern Conference playoffs. So you honestly, it's right now to me, it's waiting out LeBron.
I don't even think he would go to the West.
Apparently, he wants to go to the Lakers. I think it's stupid. Like, why are you gonna go to the
Yeah, a
more
lot of-
competitive conference?
Yeah.
Maybe to give himself more of a challenge.
No. No. Yeah, I don't know. I understand that everyone's frustration. Like, I'm frustrated too. I just don't want the Raptors or anybody to make a rash decision and then have us stuck to where we were been for the past 20 years up until this point.
So you would keep Casey and the team.
Yeah, keep Casey.
Would you move any members of the team?
Yeah, you have to move somebody. Like, I'm not against getting rid of, like, one of the main players who would be Kyle or DeMar, if you can get something solid for them. But they've proven they can't do much in the playoffs, so I don't know if you could get too much for them, especially with the huge contracts they have.
Yeah.
But like
They'd be a
one or
solid
two
bench
tweaks,
player.
like the same. We've come back better every year.
Yeah, facts.
Like you can't knock that. This has been the best 5-year stretch we've had in franchise history, which is like 25-ish years now. Like you can't really fault Dwayne Casey because at some point it's both their faults. Like it's execution of the players because you can draw up a perfect play, but if DeMar misses an open layup or JV misses an open layup or Kyle misses an open 3, at some point that's not the coach's fault.
No, that's the
So
player.
like it's a little bit of both. I just think a tweak here and there. Personally, I think a tweak here and there. Maybe trade one of them if you can get something solid for them. But to me, it's honestly, unfortunately, I think it's wait out LeBron, wait till he gets older, or wait till he retires because right now we're not getting past him.
Yeah.
Joel, anything to add?
I don't know. There's no slowing down in LeBron. For one thing, he just
15th
seems like
season.
he just improves
Yeah,
every year.
MJ was out the door on the 15th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already in the Wizards.
Yeah.
And like every year, like this guy just becomes
Better almost?
He finds a way.
supernatural. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, it's just different. It's just different. And I think the way that everybody's upset at the way that like I'm pretty much like kind of cheesed at Coach Casey and I guess his decision making when it came down
Yeah.
to Game 4.
It's been like that every playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's I don't know.
Consistently.
It's
Yeah.
Word.
like especially when he took out JV. When JV was hot, like
Rolling.
he was roasting like in 10
But
minutes.
he's known for like
And then all of a sudden
Taking
he's
off the
out.
hot player, yeah.
And then they put in a guy that hasn't even played.
Nagara.
Yeah.
Cold
Yeah.
hands.
And that
cold
when
as
they put in
hands.
Nagara, he was in for a minute 50, I think, and they the Cavs went on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, and he had like turnover, like
Yeah.
right from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's stuff like that, like decision making like that, and
Yeah.
and you know, it just I don't know.
we've always had, like, especially during the playoffs, we've always, not always, especially this year and the previous year, I would say we've had the talent to at least make it to the third round or like the conference finals.
At least give the Cavs a run for their money.
For
Like getting
sure.
swept is
Or
pathetic to
we've
me.
had
Yeah.
we've had the talent enough not to be swept in any series.
And we got swept 2 years in a row.
And
Yeah.
that's okay. That's the one. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's it.
And apparently, like we built this team
to stop LeBron.
to face a LeBron. in
Yeah,
the final.
and it didn't even
We-
worse than
we-
last year.
And they just laughed.
We
Yeah.
don't even have a player to compete with him, though. That's
Yeah.
the crazy
I think
thing.
OG did pretty good.
No,
Yeah,
I
he did a
agree.
great job.
I
He
wholeheartedly
phenomenal.
agree
Really
with
good.
that.
Yeah.
It's very true. We
That's
just
the
didn't have
But
other.
we don't have anyone after Kobe.
Yeah.
Like OG.
So I mean, Dwayne Casey does have a ring
Mm-hmm.
with the Mavs as an assistant coach.
Yep.
So I think maybe he needs to get bumped down to defensive assistant coach,
Yep.
and then we get a new head coach.
I would do that.
But then I was asked the question, who would replace him, and then I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I did do some research, just because I wanted to. Phil Jackson was with the Bulls as an assistant coach in 1987.
Mm-hmm.
He became head coach in 89, and his first ring with them was 2 years after that. And he had MJ right from the beginning. So we had that caliber player right from the get-go.
Yeah, MJ
and,
didn't win
and
for
he
a
built
while.
with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't even believe this, but Dwayne Casey's been with the Raptors since 2011.
Yeah.
Below 500 for the first 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then playoffs ever since. And we got better every year,
Yep.
despite getting swept the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a star player.
Per se.
Do
Yeah.
you guys think that sort of evens out in sort of in a way for Dwayne Casey's case?
That's what I mean. Like, you can't knock all that he's done for us. And it's like I said, it's been the best 5-year stretch we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's like we feel spoiled now because we're like, okay, we want to make the next step. But like, no one in the East has made the next step in the past 9 years without LeBron on their team.
So
Like
true.
nobody.
Or a player like LeBron.
Or a player, no, just literally just LeBron.
Just LeBron.
It's
Yeah.
been just LeBron in the finals, like, what, 9 years straight
in
now?
yeah.
From the
Yeah.
East, it's been just him. So, like, you can't knock us for, like, getting, like, we got shit on. Like, let's be real.
No, facts.
So you'd want to do more than just get swept, obviously. But, like, I don't know. At some point, you have to blame the players, too, because it
for
wasn't
sure.
even just the playoffs, because we shit the bed against them in the regular season, too.
Yeah, we did.
We were 1-2 against them,
Yeah.
and the one game we beat them was before they shook up the team because LeBron said this wasn't working, which clearly it wasn't.
Yeah.
And now this team is going to the Eastern Conference Finals. We are like 0-6 against that team.
Yeah.
So like it's not even like I think it's just a mental thing for the players because it's
That's
been
what
like the Cavs. We can't play against the Cavs.
They have our number.
That's
Yeah,
what it
they
is.
have our number.
It's like you can see like the look on their faces when they bring it up, past half court, and LeBron meets Lowry at half court, and then it's just Lowry's just shook,
Yeah,
like
Even-
he doesn't know what to do.
Even
LeBron,
facing the Wizards, it was so nerve-wracking.
yeah,
it was nerve wracking, but you could tell they had that swagger though. They won game
facts.
1. We didn't have to go to 7, which we never fucking do. We haven't done like every series we've been in has gone to 7 in the past like 4 years.
Well, it's either 6 or swept.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh man.
So like I think it's just they have this thing in their head. Like you can tell as soon as they go down by like 8 to 10 points against the Cavs, they just
shut
like
down.
throw in
Yeah.
the towel and they're like fuck. They just like
Yeah.
go back to ISO. And there's only so much you can do as a coach if your team is not listening to the
Listening
play
to you,
calls
for
and
sure.
doing what you've done to get to that point.
Yeah.
Then there's nothing you can do. Like you can take them off, but then everyone's like, why are you benching DeMar in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
And then you get hit for that.
As a professional player, you should be benched if you're not playing a professional.
Real shit. Yeah. If OG or Siakam is playing better than DeMar, take his ass off. I don't care.
Super
Yeah.
facts. Have you guys heard of the luxury tax?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it's essentially, for those that don't know, a tax or dollar amount that teams pay per dollar for each dollar their team's salary exceeds the tax level. And if you did it again, there's like a repeat offender tax for every year. But if you're making that much money, that luxury
winning-
tax doesn't even matter.
Yeah. If you're winning.
So maybe Raptors should dip into the luxury tax.
They've never done it ever. They've never done
Never
it.
done it.
So-
But there's also, I don't think there's ever been an opportunity for us to get a superstar either.
Yeah, it's true too.
You're not going to shell out for another Kyle or DeMar. Like I don't think it's worthwhile for that.
And from what Masai's been doing, it doesn't seem like it's part of his intention as
That's
well.
the thing. I trust Masai. Like
Me
if
too.
he wants to keep
Wholeheartedly.
Casey, then I agree. Like believe in Masai. Like
Believe in
he
Masai.
over Casey has gotten us to where we are. So
Yeah, super
Yeah.
facts. The only roster that needs to be blown up in the NBA is the referee roster.
Yeah.
Moving on to this week in kicks. The Curry Air Max 1s dropped.
today,
Did you guys manage to scoop up a pair?
I didn't. Did you?
No. What about you, Alvin?
No.
Oh, I got excited because
Well, there's only one more person at the table. Did you get a pair, Joel?
Yeah.
But hold on. How much did your pair cost?
0.
Free 99.
$3.99. Bro, that's my dog. Word, eh? It's free.
Yeah, man. It just showed up at the door, and
Had that Nike
and
swoosh
had-
logo.
First, I got a call, like on my way home from work. Jomar gets home before I do. So he calls me up. I'm like, oh no, what happened? Because usually if
Oh no.
if the phone call's like from Jomar, I'm like, okay, something must have happened. Either got into a fight or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So what happened? Papa, there's something here. It's a white Nike box. Can I open it? Can I open it? I'm like, go ahead, open it. So then he opens it, and sure enough, he opens it up, and he's like, it's a pair of brown and white shoes. Air Max
Super
1s.
insignificant.
Yeah.
To
Just some
Jomar.
brown shoes. Oh.
Oh,
I thought they were going to be special, Papa.
I know, right? But yeah, I'm like, I'm just in awe. Like,
And you wore your pair today, or was it yesterday?
it was the other day.
Okay, the other day.
On the
yeah.
Tuesday. I wore them on the Tuesday, yeah. The OGs, the 03s.
That's
How
crazy.
do these ones compare to the OG?
They are very, very close.
Really?
Very close. Like material wise, like the suede on the mud guard and you know, all the colors are pretty much like the suede mud guard is a bit off, but everything else is
Yeah, they're calling it the dark
is legit.
curry.
Yeah, it's like
Some,
a darker.
that's like the official name, I think, for it.
Mm-hmm.
What about the shape? I know you're a stickler for the shape.
The shape,
silhouette.
It's not like the 30th anniversaries. I've been
Oh,
asked
the-
if
like
I was
the
going to
OG
take
red?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The OG reds or the blues. I've already been asked if I'm going to take an iron to it. I don't know. I'm just going to wait it out. I'll probably just give it a couple wears. Maybe the toe box will form.
Yeah.
What he means
You know
by
what I mean?
iron to it is like
Yeah,
he
like-
reshapes the toe box.
It's my
itself.
OCD with like the older. I'd probably say a couple years, like the banana toe, typical
Yeah.
Air Max ones. I'd always take an iron.
It's got like a rounder.
It's like a rounder,
flat.
more canoeish
Yeah.
look.
Banana is a good description.
Yeah.
They look, the
Yeah.
shape wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't a great shape.
and the shape you want is like a sleeker.
It's the more
round
older,
right off the top.
Yeah.
Like just
Wedge
Yeah, it's just
almost.
like it's like as if you're curling your toes for like, you know, those
Yeah,
IG
yeah, yeah.
posts.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those.
That's sick. We're so amped that you got those.
Ah, man, I'm
Thanks,
so,
Nike
like-
Toronto.
Yeah, thank you, Nike
Shouts
Toronto.
out to Nike
Swoosh
Toronto.
fam.
And I saw that Adam Sneaker Closet got them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
And
them
Two
too.
very
That's
deserving
Los
people.
Literally,
Got
yeah.
Los,
and Brian
E.
Espiritu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Friends-
deserving
friends
people.
of the
Air
show.
Max heads.
All
yeah.
best
Friends
friends,
All
of
friends.
the show.
All friends of the show. What up?
We're gonna have them on the show one time.
All
One
four
time.
at the same time.
Yes.
Same damn
Yeah, when we're
time.
That
all on
would be
vacation,
crazy.
they could take over.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be Alan? Who's gonna be Lawrence? Sneaker Closet can be Lawrence.
Dad?
God.
Moving on, there was a Tiffany Kyrie 2 that dropped. It's GS only though. Oh, Kyrie 4.
Kyrie
My bad. Whoa, my notes are whack. Yeah, Kyrie 4.
Yeah.
Those were sick. I love that Kyrie is doing these Nike SB dunk inspired colorways.
Yeah.
Kyrie's been killing
a
it though.
sneakerhead, though.
Yeah.
He's a huge sneakerhead. Yeah.
Yeah, my one of my homies sent me a Balut actually on Instagram. He sent me a little video of like the details of the shoe and like the whole heel back panel is the leather, like the black leather.
Oh, sick.
That goes, and then it's just hits of Tiffany blue
That's dope.
that go around the shoe. It's so sick.
Such a
I was
sick-
actually really surprised. I didn't even know they existed. They just like flew way under the radar.
Speaking of Kyrie 4, I don't know if it's on your list or not, but those Wheaties ones
Oh,
are so
great.
cool.
yes.
They're great. The packaging.
The box
Yeah,
is
it comes
so
in like
sick.
a cereal box that comes with a bowl
Yeah.
and a spoon and actual Wheaties cereal.
So
Is
sick.
it Uncle Drew that's on the
On
the
one
box?
side.
Yeah.
On one side is Uncle
Yeah.
Drew because there's a movie, Uncle
Yeah,
Drew
there's-
movie.
yeah,
coming out later
June.
this year.
Yeah, I want to watch that. It looks so
for
good.
Sure.
I think another. Oh no, maybe that's later this year. But the documentary for their banned ones
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
called
yeah.
Unbanned the Ones.
Sometime
something
this
like that.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I signed up for that newsletter. Adidas X Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
That surprises me. Alvin hit me up earlier this week to let me know that he wanted to talk about it on the pod. They released someone dropped a legit glamour shot. I think it was on foot. Was it on foot?
No.
No,
I
right?
don't think so.
okay.
No.
So it was a glamour shot, like a really dope shot of the Son Goku ZX500 RM, Adidas X Dragon Ball Z, and they are clean.
Very
Yeah.
clean.
I knew from the pictures. Yeah, I knew from the
Yeah.
pictures. I wanted them, like the first like rendering of them, almost. I wanted that silhouette, but to see them made like that, like a sample of them, I guess, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Now I really.
Is there
want
any
them.
DBZ branding anywhere?
I think it's going to be on the heel tab. It's, you know, the kanji symbol of Goku's
Yeah.
dojo.
On his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on the back heel
Sick.
tab.
Nice.
I hope so, at least.
So sexy.
You want them, eh, Alvin?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I know
me.
I said Boost was dead, but
There's no boost in it, so you're
There
good.
is.
swear there
There
is.
is.
Oh, there is
The
boost in
midsole
it?
boost. It's so
What?
clean though. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It
Yeah.
looks like it's just a foam.
So-
I like when they do that.
Like a basic
They've done
foam.
They did it with like Stan Smiths. I like
Yeah.
when they do that stuff, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
formed boost.
yeah, when they do it
Yeah,
with
that's
like
Boost.
an older looking silhouette, like
Oh shit!
it's
Sorry, I'm looking at it right
Yeah,
now.
it's, like, it's got that old school feel to
Mhm.
it.
It's got like the
Yeah.
frayed tongue and
Yeah.
everything.
That's what we were talking
Very
about,
nice.
like episodes ago too. Is that we very much like Adidas's
older
classic
silhouettes.
looking
Yeah.
silhouettes. Yeah,
But I
I'm
like
excited.
how they put the newer technology on it.
Boost,
though.
yeah.
I'm excited.
That's pretty cool.
If anyone
Definitely gonna try.
can help me out with those in the future,
Plugs,
I don't want any.
plug
It's
walk.
okay, I don't want to ask for a plug.
Plug.
I do.
Yeah, me too. I can't lie. They're so sick. Those are fire. I want those and the Vegetas. I'm gonna wait for the Vegetas to show the sample too, though. Oh man, I'm excited. Converse X Off-White Chuck 70.
So sick.
They dropped what, 2 days ago?
Cute. Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday or
May
something.
8th?
Silently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, well, they sent out an email,
Yeah,
and then
but it was
like,
supposed to be
oh.
Saturday though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and then the email came out on Tuesday. But they sat because I think it was Kicksteals Canada originally said they were going to be Saturday. But then they dropped on the Tuesday,
They
and they
goofed.
sat for like 10-15 minutes
Wow.
on the site because everyone was
no
waiting
one
for
knew.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who actually checks their email, right?
A lot of people. For some
Nope.
reason, I think it was on a Converse post.
Mm-hmm.
People were like shitting on it because they didn't know when they were gonna drop, and they just dropped out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
everyone like took L's.
There's still like
Suckers.
Haven is doing their raffle tomorrow.
Yeah,
for
I
them.
saw that. I saw that.
And they drop on Saturday, I think, at Haven. They're cool, man. Originally, I wasn't a huge fan, but seeing on foots of them,
Yeah.
On foot
because they're clear and you can see your sock. Like,
Yeah,
I love that look.
that's
yeah.
what I love too.
Very, very
and,
cool shoe.
And the shoe does it where it's not the entire shoe that you can see the sock. It's just like a hit. So it's almost like a panel where you get a color.
Yeah,
of,
like the
of your sock.
reinforced panels.
Yes,
you
yes, yeah.
can't see through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like where it would be canvas on a regular Converse,
And it
you
looks
can
so
see through
sick.
it. Yeah, because it's inside out.
Yeah.
So cool.
And it
Oh,
like
man.
it like helps to complement your fit for the fact that you can see the sock,
sock,
outside
yeah.
the shoe and inside the shoe.
Well, you guys know the reason that it took so long, right?
No.
Because Virgil wanted to put a swoosh on it.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason. Yeah.
No way.
He was fighting with Nike to put a swoosh on them because he wanted. Yeah,
I can't lie. The only thing I would change in that shoe is the left right.
that's what he does in all his shoes, though.
Only because he didn't do that in the rest of the
No,
10
on like
pack.
his like off-white
Oh,
branded shoes,
I know,
he
I
does
know,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
But for the collaboration pack's sake, it's the only
I know what
pair
you
with
mean.
the left
yeah.
right.
It's also the
it
only
just
one that says
Kind
vulcanized.
of threw it off. Yeah, but that's different
No,
though,
I know,
right?
I know.
Because that's the like technology
Yeah,
on the shoe.
yeah.
That's what he did with
It's
the
also
air.
the
and
only
stuff.
con. No, I'm joking. Just talking shit.
It's also
Well, just to let you know,
Another drop that's happening the day this podcast released is the Katrina 3s.
but not actually called Katrina 3s.
No, it's the
Yeah.
Hall of Fame 3s
Hall of
now
Fame
for this
3s.
release.
Yes. Yeah.
Technically, officially,
HOF.
Yeah.
officially. Are you guys copping?
I can't.
I want to. But
I think
yeah.
I want to, but down the road,
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
I want to get them later on.
I think those.
It's
Sick.
super clean, like really, really
So
nice shoe.
sick.
I hope that.
And like the whole story, not behind the Hall of Fame, because I think it's based on like a game he played in or
Yeah.
something. But it's a Katrina 3. Like
Yeah,
even
for
stores
sure.
are calling them Katrina 3s.
For
Like,
sure,
it's a
for
Katrina-
sure.
like the whole story between that, like the Katrina story
So
is
sick.
unreal. Yeah, I love it.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I wanted to look into it, but I didn't. If they were gonna have proceeds still go towards New Orleans for
I
this
don't
one.
think so.
Oh, that's sad.
Probably not.
Doubtful. Yeah, because
They
it's not
should
called.
do that.
That's probably why they
I
didn't call
know.
it Katrina.
Yeah.
But still, that would be good. Moving along. I don't know. There was a rumor that the Raptor 4 was going to drop this Saturday as well,
Again,
the May 12th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's supposed
I
to
don't
drop
know.
last week too. Can't
So-
wait. Whenever it comes
so
out,
many-
I'll be trying.
Rumors and leakers.
Murmurs.
I don't know what to believe in anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
quality looks dope on them. Though.
An official release date was the Travis Scott 4s,
Mhm.
June 23.
Yep.
That
True.
and those glamour shots are fucking
Very good.
Nice.
Did you notice that his
Yeah.
family and friends pairs have Nike Air on the back? Not a
Oh,
Jumpman.
yeah?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, on the right shoe?
Yeah, the one that has a Jumpman. On, yeah,
Dog.
it's a Nike Air,
That's
like a red
sick.
Nike
I didn't
Air.
see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's sick. And they're inspired by the Houston Oilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. But
Mhm.
that's pretty
That's
fucking
cute.
that's where he's
lit.
from, H Town.
Puma has some collabs. Diamond Supply has a collab with them. It's called the Avid Evo Knit.
True.
It's
They've done a bunch of stuff with
cute.
Diamond.
They have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like an NMD or a Derupt without the web.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm. The shape.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the silhouette. It's kind of a pass for me though. I think, even though Diamond is such a dope brand to
Diamond's
work with.
very cool. Yeah.
Love that.
Shouts to Nikki Diamonds, friend
Yeah.
of the show.
Diamond.
Let's do another collab with Nike SB Dunks, please.
Something, anything.
Another collab with Puma was for their 50th anniversary of the Puma Suede, the Bobito Garcia joints.
True.
Those are dope.
Mhm.
Those come in two colorways, white and royal, and like a burnt orange and white.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's got his signature like towards the back of the heel on the lateral side, and then inside is my favorite part. It's embroidered in the sock liner, like where your heel goes. Where'd you get those?
Where'd
Oh,
you
sick.
get those?
Like his
Nice.
book title,
Yeah.
like his
Yeah.
like slogan.
We met him.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Did you
What-
get something signed?
I got the Air Force One Babito.
That's
signed.
right,
That
yeah.
was at a T. Dot Loves Kicks
Yeah, Tita
event.
Loves
Yeah,
Kicks,
at
yeah.
the Bata Shoe Museum.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
it
spinning,
was.
right?
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
spinning.
Yeah,
he's
did.
fun.
Was it like a Q&A? It was like a meet.
I think he had a
It was a
Q&A
meet.
I think
after.
he did, yeah, afterwards. Maybe.
Oh,
It was
so we
cool,
just
man.
went to like the after party.
Yeah, something like that. That was cool.
Yeah, that was lit.
Way before
Yeah.
events, sneaker
was fun.
events were a thing.
Bobito. And I think after that, I went on like a binge of like sneaker documentaries just
Yeah,
because
man.
he's in like all
Everything,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are releasing this Saturday too. Everything is releasing.
It's a big week.
Puma.
I don't know if you guys saw, but the Puma Thunder Electric has some new colors.
Spectra?
Yeah. Is it the Spectra?
Yeah.
Thunder Electric Spectra?
No.
Thunder Spectra?
Thunder Spectra.
Thunder Spectra.
Yep. And they're restocking the OG colorway too.
Yeah, I saw that too,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think I can get those. I'm gonna have to go resale
Puma,
later
Puma.
on.
It's a dope shoe.
But the two colorways, I'm kind of disappointed.
The first one was really strong. It was hard to follow up with. Yeah.
No, but what they did was they strayed away from the color blocking of the first one.
Yeah, which is what made the shoe.
They really did. Fila Mind Blower. It's another dad shoe that's in contention
Yeah,
with
those are
all
cool.
the
Those
other
are
dad
nice.
shoes. I think it's dope.
Yeah, I like those a
They're
lot.
pretty cool.
Fila's coming back
I
slowly.
still prefer the Puma Thunder Spectras,
hmm
but it's cool. The Fila detailing, like where like it's their name
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
a wonky
Fila.
font or
I
type
feel like these are so much more sleeker, and I feel like that's why
and the Spectra.
I like them better than the Spectra.
Fine,
These are pretty
That's
cool.
just me though.
yeah.
Like
Did
I
they
like
make
the
these before?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. No,
Retro. Yeah.
Pretty sure they did.
they're cool, man. And then
Yeah.
so many
I remember
collabs,
seeing-
man. Like Tway of Life posted that Marcus Troy one.
Yeah, it's like a salmon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then
see that.
Community 54,
Oh,
a
Toronto
shop,
man's.
a shop from Toronto / New York, has a dope collab with them
Is
too.
Marcus Troy Canadian too?
Yeah.
He's from MTL.
He's
but-
very
Yo,
much
shout
so.
out to Fila and the Canadian collaborations.
Canadian connection.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's a pretty sleek shoe. I like it.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. I my personal
I
like
fuck with it.
thing with those is the Fila on the side. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's
I
cool, man.
absolutely
Yeah.
love
Pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah.
And it's so sneaky. It's just shapes and it's clean shapes, but you look at it, it's like Fila. So lit.
That's
the
clean.
54 one. Oh,
So clean.
so sexy.
Another collaboration, Nike x Top Dog Entertainment. That entire set of things, stuff, apparel, and the Cortez.
Cortezes.
Cortez. yeah.
My God, straight fire.
It's crazy
Great.
because the Cortez aren't even my favorite.
No, me neither.
Yeah, but like
I could
this
never
is
rock-
the simplest thing.
I
Yeah.
could never rock the Cortez, but I love
yeah,
that like
I rock
red
those.
pull tab that comes all
I like
the way up
other
the
two
tongue.
Cortez better. That's why. Though, like that's another instance, like the Thunder Spectra. Like the first two Kendrick Cortezes were so strong to me that this
Yeah.
black one is kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
And of course, it's the first one we're actually gonna have access to, which sucks.
I
but
know, man.
I'm a huge Kendrick fan, so
But,
I
like,
might still try.
There's like a white jersey, a black jersey,
The
there's
black hoodie,
the,
or no, the
yeah,
red
and
hoodie.
the red
with-
hoodie, the damn with the swoosh.
Yeah,
My goodness.
so good. I need that.
And the dad hats are pretty dope too. I
Mhm.
think they're running hats.
So the whole thing with this thing is it's the same thing as last year. His pop-up shops that he had along his tour. So they're doing pop-ups along the tour for all of this
The
merch.
championship tour.
The championship
That's why it's
tour.
like sporty
Yep.
jersey apparel.
So Livestock is gonna have it
Yeah.
I
Well,
think it was
they had a
June
pop up shop like last week.
year. Oh, and they're
That was
in,
Yeah.
in
BC?
Vancouver. Yeah.
Oh, was that? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was downtown too.
No, because it's following the tour. Like as his tour goes
Oh,
along. Yeah.
sick.
I go to his
so it's
concert
June.
again.
I think
I
it's,
was gonna hit up Livestock in Toronto and be like, "Hey, where's the
You're
where's
that
the
guy?
Kendrick Lamar stuff?"
no. There'll definitely be lines out the door for that stuff. I'll be in line though.
The
Mid-June.
next Yeah, 11 and 12.
Yeah,
That's when he's coming.
yeah.
Yeah, the Cortezes are dope. The details are dope. I just don't know if I could rock Cortezes.
I actually like my Cortez. I got a pair last year, and I wore them a lot last summer. I just really want the other two more.
You know what turned me off was I saw when I used to work at the outlets, I saw a women's Cortez in my size, and it just looked like a really big sausage, like a bun.
Women's
Like a
shoes in
bun
big
with
sizes
sausage.
look
Yeah,
like that,
it's
though.
like
yeah.
narrow and long, and it's
Yeah.
really awkward looking. So I was like, my wide ass foot will look super odd. in
Yeah,
that.
Bro,
they're
you
a very
gotta-
narrow shoe.
You gotta rock it West Coast style with like high socks.
So I gotta like
Completely
half
unlaced.
size up and just pray for the best.
Yeah.
Well, his like the red one that he dropped, I think it was at All Star Weekend.
Yeah.
The Don't Trip one
Yeah.
came with high socks with
it,
it.
man.
Nice.
Yeah.
right. With some khaki.
Came with
like,
it's and then on the
Hell,
inside,
Dickie
on the
shorts.
inside it says please wear
big
with high
tee.
socks.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's like embroidered
so
on the
sick.
inside. Yeah, it's so sick.
And a
That's
Raiders
dope.
hat, and you're good.
Hey, I want to get. Oh no, what am I thinking of? Yeah, I want an Oakland Raiders hat, and then I
NWA.
also want a Chicago White Sox,
White Sox hat. Yeah.
for Chance the Rapper. Moving on. Those have nothing to do with shoes. Just like our fire round. Virgil Abloh.
Who?
Virgil Abloh?
Oh, yeah.
Virgil
That guy.
Abloh?
Virgo.
Virgin Mary.
He
yeah.
rocked the UNC off-white ones at the Met Gala.
They're cool, man.
Yeah. I actually didn't know what the Met Gala was, so I had to Google it. And it's like a
It's just some
celebrity
party where
costume
they-
party.
Yeah.
Costume.
But it's like a charity. It's a
Yeah,
charity
yeah.
costume party.
They just dress
Um,
funky.
Yeah.
Those drop June 9th.
I like those.
I'm going to try.
hmm
But
Those are
I,
cool.
I still highly doubt, but I'll try. Why
I
not?
wasn't a huge fan of the all white one that came out a couple months ago, but I do like the red and the
I wasn't
powder
a fan
blue
because
was
they
dope.
were
Yeah.
in Europe.
I couldn't get them.
So I hate them. Just like all those guys that complained about the exclusivity release.
yeah.
last year.
Oh,
I can't get them, so I hate them, and I hate you for not selling them to me. So fuck you.
So fuck you and fuck everyone.
Fuck Europe. I'm just joking, Europe. I love you guys. Ash Bash Sneakers from the UK. Shout out.
Shouts to Europe.
He's dope. Ash
Friend-
Bash. Have you guys seen
friend
his
of the
YouTube
show,
videos?
Europe.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
friend of the show.
Oh, speaking of off-white, Nike Zoom Fly Mercurial Flyknit. Have you guys seen those?
Oh, I did see that. Polka dotty?
Yeah,
Or not
yeah.
polka dotty, but there's that one big ass circle, and I really like it.
I think the box is polka dotty or something like that. Yeah.
So this is from the football pack that Off-White's going to do with Nike.
Football.
Football.
Footy.
Shout to Europe.
Yeah, right.
Football.
Not football. Football.
Russian.
Football.
Football.
Yeah, they look sick. And I think, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully the numbers on these won't be as crazy as the other 10, but they probably will be.
Anything off white's gonna be
Off-white.
impossible. Yeah, it doesn't
Super
matter.
facts. I'm not gonna get them. On Hypebeast, I saw this article about new patent for Nike technology. It's weird. It's in the headline read, Nike wants to put a treadmill in shoes. Something like that. So it's to help you put it on. So if you look at like the sketch or the drawing or whatever, there's like a mini treadmill
Track?
type of thing that goes in your midsole. So then when your foot makes contact or something like that, it'll like
Pulls your foot in.
It just
Yeah.
slides.
it's weird.
I
Like
see
there's
so many things
there's
going wrong.
there's no I know, right?
What year is it?
there's no official word on when or how it's going to be executed or sold for that matter, but I think Nike's just thinking ahead and being like, we want that patent so no one else can touch it. But what I see it working in is with their Fly Ease technology. So for Nike's consumers who have trouble putting their feet in, like just because of
A condition of
yeah.
some sort. Yep.
yeah, physical ability
Yeah.
or something like that. So they can unzip the back of the shoe,
True.
and then without having to put too much force to get the shoe in, you just make
It pulls
contact,
your
and
foot
then
in. Yeah.
oh man, that'd be so sick,
I think they'll
cool.
put him in the Monarch.
revolutionary.
Yeah, in the Monarch.
Yeah.
Well, the midsole's big enough for a fucking treadmill.
It looks like there's some mechanics in there already.
You can put kilometers within that shoe.
But I feel like if you're gonna put on the Monarch, you put it in the midsole. I mean, like on the outsole too, just so that they don't have to walk.
There's a walk. Yeah.
So you're just, oh man, the day I see someone just hovering towards me and there's no heely
With
or
the remote
wheelie,
control. Yeah, that's
You're
it.
just gliding.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Move out of the way, Sonny. I
gotta
get my apples.
That type of shit. Get off my lawn! No, we're not moving. I'm gonna get you.
So wait, Alvin, are you saying you don't eat apples? Only old people eat apples?
I only eat apple pie.
Alvin will
Made
start.
by the old people who buy the apples.
They just
Alvin-
regurgitate the apple.
It's like bird feeding.
Perfect.
God.
My favorite, yo.
Bird feeding.
Alvin will eat apples in about 30 years. He'll start eating them slowly but surely. Another news. In other news, Nike On Air has officially started.
Yeah.
Do you guys get a chance to look at the entire set?
Yeah, dangerous.
Any favorites?
There's a 98 that's really cool.
Any
Yes.
like
Yeah.
cities that's
Saw
a
97.
particular favorite?
Ooh,
I don't remember which
no,
city it was.
me
I
neither.
think it was one of the Asian cities. It was like black with like multicolored detailing
Yes.
for their
Yeah.
subway map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
on
yeah.
the 98, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
I like
black one
98s.
with the purple on it.
There's that
There's
too.
a
There's
97.
that 97 constellation looking one.
Yeah.
too.
I love that one. I voted
Yeah.
for that one.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, I
Those are
did.
nice.
That's from Shanghai. That's my favorite set. That
was
yeah.
nice.
I think
love
that
Shanghai.
one's the dopest set.
So good.
Shanghai.
I'm a fan of their noodles.
Yeah. The spring roll with meat.
Yeah, those 3 colorways in that set were so sick. Like there's there's that one with the City of Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
There's
dope.
the one that looks like a martial arts slipper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
The
yeah.
Vapor
that's
Max?
what that was.
Or no, like
The
a
Kung Fu.
270. Is it 270? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with the kaleidoscope with like the waves, the blue waves, and it's got
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 pull tabs in the back. I just
Crazy.
thought that I really wanted to see that one like actually executed.
Come
Yeah.
out, yeah.
Yeah. So you can vote for that stuff until Sunday, this Sunday, May 13.
True.
I think by 11:59 p.m. So by midnight it's done. You can vote once per day, and the winners will be announced the following Monday, so May 14th.
Oh, the day after. Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited to
That's
see.
swift.
I'm excited to see. Well, I'm sure they have some automated shit that'll
Yeah.
calculate it for him.
It's not like us where we're manually counting.
I gotta make a tally, some spreadsheet in Google Sheets. There was some like weird controversy that you linked us to, Joel, today about
Oh yeah.
some like
the
plagiarism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or does it?
it was something like one of the contestants who happens to be in the top 16 copied inspiration and some design elements from a dude that was like 2 tables down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the dude like blew it up on Instagram, Twitter. I can't remember
That's
where that
serious.
article was, but yeah, that sucks. And the judges,
Yeah, it was
is-
the
it was-
London. It was the
yeah,
London.
yeah, it was in UK, and the judges Skepta, and there was another one.
Skepta.
They were backing that guy up,
Really?
the guy with the original design. Yeah,
They were like, wait, that's his.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was the one that's
Oh, I lost
inspired by like a grocery shop, like a 24/7 grocery shop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Jeez. Apparently there's Waysuit 99s in the UK too.
Yeah, man. The UK,
But
yo.
that's what sucks though, is that you can
lost.
vote for that shoe to win.
I want to vote for that one now, to be honest.
potentially. Just because of the story of it.
Whatever that other guy is, piss that guy off. Crikey.
The controversy.
design.
They're from
no,
the UK, not Australia.
The one.
Shrimp on my sneaker.
Do you think that the one that didn't get isn't votable is the one that stole, or vice versa?
Oh, didn't he say that it was the...
No,
one
the,
who's in
the
the
one
16
that's in top 16 stole her.
Is a stoler.
Stole his.
Stole
His from someone who didn't make it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks for them. Oh, well.
Oh, you
Oh.
still want to?
I think they did it on purpose for
Oh,
controversy.
good
Super
God.
troll.
It's for publicity.
Yeah.
That's what Kanye West.
But, I
is
mean,
doing.
even if you stole the concept, you executed it better, so fuck you.
yeah, that's one of the things.
Do better then.
Meh.
Sucks for you.
Ending on a happy note with This Week in Kicks. One of the coolest things I saw, and it was posted today on Soul Collector. It's a elementary school in Georgia called J.L. Lomax Elementary.
Georgia.
Oh,
Nice.
very beautiful. I wish this was happening when I was going to school, but they inputted.
Put it?
Yeah, they put it.
They put it.
They put it in input.
They put in a program. It started 4 years ago, so this is the 4th year in it, obviously. So if you attend the school,
in 4 years.
Yo, let me pick on myself. You guys
Now
aren't allowed to
or 4
laugh
years
at me.
ago?
So if you attended school for the first shut up, Alvin. If you attended school for the first 100 days, you'd get a new pair of kicks.
What?
Wait, what?
Like perfect attendance for
Yeah,
100 days?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
100 and so they went on like a shopping field trip.
Yeah.
They had 104 students this year.
it's a private
That's so
school.
good.
I don't know.
It's not
It
a
might be
public
like
school.
it might be a school that.
Well,
like,
they would have said public school instead of elementary school, no?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
They must have attendance
private
issues,
school, rather.
obviously.
Yeah, they probably have attendance.
Yeah, but
issues.
that's
It's
still
a good incentive.
that's
cool.
sick, man.
Yeah.
The best part is that it's with the help of anonymous donors.
What?
Dope.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Is it us? Are we doing it? Are we donating? No one
wish
will know.
We could start that. Because
It's
we are
anonymous.
anonymous.
No name brand.
Did we put that money?
Put that 4 years ago?
We inputted money into them.
I hate you guys so much. Okay, so let's go back to the. I lost all train of thought because of you guys. Let's go back to the Atmos, or not the Atmos, but the Curry Air Max ones. Were those? So are they?
Is it Atmos?
Yeah.
Because I
don't
still
know,
see
because-
stores saying Atmos.
Well, there was. Remember when we first talked about it? It was
It was
Atmos.
Atmos, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just disappeared.
It wasn't
And it
Atmos.
wasn't Atmos.
Like Livestock's post says Atmos.
And then I saw red and green curry Atmos, but not like the dark curry with Atmos.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's
I
no.
don't
It wouldn't it say Atmos on the box somewhere?
It doesn't say Atmos. It just says premium. Like Air Max 1 Premium.
So then
Let's call up Nike. Hello. Sorry, wrong number.
Sorry, Sean. We'll call you back.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Witherspoon. Didn't
Okay,
mean
one
to
more
bother
time.
you.
Hello.
Hi. Is this Nike Toronto?
Good God.
Yes.
Hi. We just wanted to make a phone call to inquire whether the dark curries were in fact an Atmos
All the
collaboration.
curries.
I don't know. I listen to you guys' podcast. I was gonna wait for you guys to tell me.
Not Steph Curry's. I don't know. I tried to do all the research and I
Steph
couldn't. I
Curry.
couldn't get to a definite answer.
No.
With it not being a collaboration, is it considered a general release?
Limited release.
No, it's still like I guess not
Probably.
GR.
It's not a GR. It's
Limited
just a limited
GR.
release. Yeah.
Yeah.
GRs don't have. Actually, they do. Never mind.
Yeah,
So they don't have premium, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
They
Yeah.
do. A
Yeah.
lot of them have premium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've noticed that in the past week or so, or like all of the weeks of This Week in Kicks, they're pretty much like all collabs now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no such thing as like promoting general release shoes anymore.
We touched on this before, I think. Did we?
Nope,
We
don't
might have touched on collabs.
possibly collabs, yes, but not
GRs.
general
Not GR,
releases.
not the other side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to talk about was how relevant general release sneakers are now. But I want to get down first to defining what a general release is. What would you guys say is the most basic form of general release? Of a general release shoe?
Just a sneaker that there's a high quantity of
That's a general
that
release.
most stores get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Available to almost everybody.
Widely available, generally available.
Yeah.
So are hyped colorways with lots of quantity considered a general release pair?
You could say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then what would you say those shoes are on the walls of Foot Locker that's like always restocked and stuff?
General release.
Like
Is it so it's like a different level of general release?
You could say that.
it's like
yeah.
generally released to the public
Okay.
at all times.
So those are the ones that I wanted to talk about, or I wanted
Yes.
to talk about.
shoes
The
that
not,
sit.
the not so hype ones.
Mhm.
Was there at any point in your sneaker life where you had just picked up pairs just for the colors?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Air
yeah.
Force One, white on white, high or low.
White on white.
That's a summer
Ups.
thing, fam. It's a staple.
I still have tons of GRs in my
Yeah.
closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But do you wear them still?
Yeah. Yeah.
Barely,
Yeah.
ever.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
as much, yeah, but I
Yeah.
definitely wear them.
As like your tastes refined and your budget's tightened or whatever, did GRs like fall off of your radar?
Not mine.
Not mine.
Nope.
You could say that, I think.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a purposeful thing. Like, you still notice them, but it's like, because there's so many collabs, and there's a lot of really good collabs right now, like, if I'm picking between a super hype collab that's I know is going to sell out, or a GR that's going to be there for a month, my priority is put towards the collab, definitely, just because I know ease of access is going to be on the side of the one that's going to be sitting on the wall.
So would you still call a hyped colorway like a general release, or would you say it just has general release quantities?
Yeah, it's more that. Like, it's not like people use it to find like
The quantity it's gonna drop.
yeah,
at.
the quantity.
Yeah.
Like people called bread toes a GR.
Yeah.
And it didn't end up being that. But anyways,
Yeah.
they called it a GR because like a lot of stores were getting it and a lot of stores were getting a lot of pairs.
Yeah.
But if it sells out the first day, I don't know if you consider it a GR because not the general consumer is not getting it. It's still a ton of sneakerheads who are
Not hype and not super limited.
Mm.
So recently, how do you guys decide on like what to pick up?
Just stuff that I want.
Yeah.
I'm not really like because I'm on the hunt for specific sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
If I need a sneaker just to kick around with, like I'll purchase. Like for example, my most recent, I guess, GR purchase was a black and white Vans Old School,
Mm.
and
True.
that's just because if I wanted to be basic or
It's like an essential.
yeah,
Goes with anything.
it's just, yeah, it literally goes with anything. You can dress it up, dress it down, and it's just easy to put on wherever you want to go. If you don't want to think about what you want to wear in terms of footwear,
It's by the door.
it's just by the door. It's a shoe you can throw on and look good with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just my lazy days. I've had a lot of those lately, so those are always on my feet now. But yeah, I don't know. That was like my last, I guess, GR that I purchased.
Crazy thing about GRs is they turn into cool things later.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you don't see it now.
Yeah.
Like perfect example is the Currys. They
Yeah.
weren't a collab when they first came out. They were just
No, they
chilling. They
weren't.
just
Mhm.
turned classic over time.
Mm-hmm.
And even some Jordans like that were sitting on shelves 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago
Very true.
are now like the most coveted ones. So it's honestly just got to be a whole buy what you like, and if it turns out to be super cool later, then that just so be it.
Yep.
Like it's yeah.
I just feel like years ago, even when I first started, GRs to me were still super relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a lot of fun and life about like going into a store and just looking at whatever the hell is on the wall and being
Yeah.
like, dang,
Yeah.
I want those.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel that GRs, like when you walk into Foot Locker and you just look at what's on the wall, do you guys think that in today's sneaker lover life that they are still relevant?
Not with the younger generation,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, because I feel like when
Well, I'll be honest. I don't. To me, they're not relevant at
Yeah.
all right now.
well, unless you see like a cool celebrity wear it, it's not really relevant to anything. Like there's so many like Jordans now that are sitting on shelves,
Yeah.
True.
like a bunch of 9s and shit. But like I don't know, when I first started copping shoes, like every Jordan was a GR.
Yeah, everything sat.
Literally everything was a GR,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was great because then I could buy shit on clearance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even for
Yeah.
me, even
On
like,
discount.
as late as I
Yeah.
started.
Or like they'd hit
Yeah.
outlets.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, those were definitely still hella relevant to me because that's what I was into. But I guess nowadays everyone's just into collabs.
And
like
the crazy
just
part
collabs.
is the GRs that you're talking about years ago are no longer GRs nowadays.
That's what I mean. They turn like it can't be a classic when it first drops. It has to turn into a classic.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like there's some shoes that come out and you're like, that's gonna be a classic. Like Bread Toes is gonna be classic one
Yeah.
day. Like when Bread Toes retros one
Word.
day, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's some shoes you can tell are gonna be a future classic, but like it takes time. Like it's a label that doesn't just come with a shoe, especially if it's a new color or whatever. But I think relevance is like kind of depends on your definition of it. Like relevant in terms of like hype, because if it's relevance in terms of hype, then it's a hype shoe. But if you're talking relevance of like having its place, I think GRs of course have their place because there's still tons of people who walk into stores and pick up
casual
whatever is on the
consumer,
wall. Yeah.
Very true.
And I think for guys who are heavily into it like us, we're kind of like spoiled because we see it, like I said, I think on a past episode, we see it a month, 2 months in advance. So we know it's coming. We already saw it. We don't have to walk into the store and see it on the shelf to know if we want it. Like we
Yeah.
saw a picture on Instagram 2 months
You're
ago.
almost window shopping like a year ahead.
Exactly. You're window shopping on Instagram now.
Like you're
but they'll-
planning out your pickups
Yeah.
like months.
They'll always have their place though.
Yeah.
Like there's always those shoes where you keep seeing it on the wall over and over again, and you just like I keep going back to the sale Jordan 1, SAIL Jordan 1. Like
Yeah.
they're still sitting in some
Yeah.
places. But to
Not
me-
Jordan ones on sale.
Yeah. Like they're so sick. I love them. I wear them so often, and they're still sitting in some places. But like they're just so essential to me. Like I wear them.
Yeah.
One of my most worn shoes right now.
Do you think the sneaker industry would still strive if those types of shoes weren't as widely available?
Oh, absolutely not.
With the GRs?
Yeah.
No.
That's where they make their money.
I feel like people who want to get into the sneaker game use the GRs
Oh, as like their
as
gateway.
like their
Yep.
gateway.
True.
Yeah.
And even
So like,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
Finish. No, finish.
I can't remember.
My bad.
It's okay.
I thought you were done. I apologize.
It's all good.
But like, look at like the casual consumer definitely
Yeah.
is what keeps these companies afloat.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that the consumer who's buying one pair a month, a week,
Yeah, very
whatever
true.
of like hype shoes is what's keeping these brands afloat.
Expensive hype
Look
shoes.
at the shoes that are the best selling Nike shoe of all time, Air Monarchs.
Yeah.
That's where like Nike's making a living off of that kind of
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
And like look at outlets. Like look how busy Nike outlets are, and half the time it's not sneakerheads, it's people who are just
Yeah.
there looking for anything.
For shoes on
Yeah.
this on
Yeah.
on a deal.
Yeah.
And you don't really see like you barely see. So for example, another GR is like the Air Force One. You don't see that in outlet because regardless of what time of year it is, it'll still sell.
They're always relevant.
regularly. They're like it's always like that shoe that people will always purchase.
Or,
So,
like, or like the brown Timberlands.
Yeah.
Or like a Vans old
Yeah, man.
school, or like a Stan Smith, or
Yeah.
a Superstar,
The
or like a
essentials.
Just like
Puma
the essentials,
suede.
you'll never see it
Yeah.
in the outlet because regardless of like what like
People are going
the
to pay full
season-
price for them
exactly
because they need
people
it
don't care
in their lives.
Yeah.
So as sneakerheads and stuff like that, with a more focused, I guess, shopping list, what would it take for you guys to start paying attention to GRs again? Or is it something that's just kind of like, oh, I need another pair of those. Let me go scoop it.
Like I just keep coming back to like we know about it so far in advance.
Yeah.
Like everything now is so like at least for me, everything is so calculated
And budgeted.
Like I know about like the Homage to Home comes out next week, and
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it since last month, and I've been saving like $50 paycheck, whatever, for like it's like that. So like for a GR, it's just like if I see a dope GR, I'm not going to pass on it just because it's a GR. I'm just going to know about it so far in advance. But it's like
Kinda
one dope GR to like 7 collabs.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, for me at least, the collab is going to win just because I have a feeling I'll be able to find the GR later. If I still want it for a lot cheaper, then I'll be able to find the collab.
So for sure, there's still like a section of the sneaker world that still goes to Foot Locker and shops like how we used to.
100.
Yeah, I do.
100%.
Ooh,
If I had
example
more money.
for me was the Air Force One High Wheat.
Yeah.
That's like a GR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
I've always wanted it since they first started dropping those. Like how many years now?
Been a while.
Long
yeah,
time, man.
years now. And recently, I mean, I knew they would always come back year by year because it's just the shoe for the wintertime.
Yeah.
But I've never purchased them, and I just felt like I would always have time to purchase them up until this past year, where there was a plug at Exclusivity with a discount code, and
We have a plug.
no, there was a sale.
Yeah.
There was a sale.
What?
There was a sale that we were informed of, but it was available to everybody. Am I mistaken?
True.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
It was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 20% off or whatever.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Something like that. Something
And that's
like
when I chose to purchase them because they were at a lower price. So it's like,
Do you guys think social media is to blame for this type of thing? For us, at least.
yes.
Or
I
is
already
it
gave
just
my answer. Yeah,
or is it just
definitely.
like the direction that the sneaker?
Social media, man.
It's got to be the brands too. At some
Yeah,
point,
man.
they're oversaturating themselves, like they're drowning themselves out.
They're themselves to blame.
Yeah, like for us
Sure.
at least, like I said, all the hype shit is just so frequent now. Like, go ahead. That's what
like I don't know, probably like last week or last couple weeks, the Air Max 1 have dropped these crazy colorways.
yeah. I saw
Yeah.
those.
General releases.
Yeah,
I was able to get my hands on the watermelon joints,
Mm-hmm.
and those were like so hard to get because everybody wanted them,
yeah.
and like the materials on them is just crazy, crazy for a GR, and I think like that kind of stuff, it's like that buy what you want kind of thing, right? And with like you said, with social media, we know what's gonna drop already, so it's I don't know. I think it with GRs, I think it still plays a major factor in like in the culture, in sneaker culture. nowadays.
It's funny.
No.
Those were sitting in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Holy.
so
Of course
many stores,
they are.
So many stores have
Yeah.
those.
Because
yeah.
they probably had 200% of
Yeah.
what we were
Or
allocated
they're
in Canada.
probably tired of seeing flamingo colors.
Yeah.
in Florida,
South
yeah.
Beach. Yeah.
So
Or
true.
they just don't like the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, or something. I don't know.
Now, this discussion reminded me of a something I saw a couple years ago. It was like a rant almost about loving sneakers.
Mhm.
And what the guy's main argument was, you can't say you love sneakers if you haven't got like pairs of.
Was that Christian?
I think it was Christian, and
Flippin'
Flippin' Laces?
At Flippin'
maybe,
Laces.
and I think I also saw it
It was in
in.
a documentary too.
Oh, it was Mayer. It was Mayer, the sneakerhead in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Massive, and he was doing like a. I think it was a Nice Kicks episode,
Mhm.
and he was like showing off all of his like Air Force Ones. I
this
think.
is a GR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, this one. Yeah, this was a GR
What do you guys think of that sentiment?
That's true.
It's true. It's very true. It's 100% true.
Mhm.
So all sneakerheads need to go through that phase of.
Yeah.
You should never get out of the phase. It
Literally,
shouldn't
all
even
of
be a
us
phase.
started with
Yeah.
GRs.
Like
Yeah.
you start with, you definitely start with GRs,
Come on.
and then I don't think you.
And then they
fall
just
out
kind of
of love
sprinkle
with-
their way into your collection
Yeah,
later on.
You don't fall out of love with it. You just like you refine your taste.
Yeah.
So like Joel
Yeah.
was saying, like he's an Air Max guy, so he picked up the watermelons. Like
It's true.
if it's a bunch of hype releases and then one really good GR, like you're not gonna stray away from it. It's just most of your stuff is gonna be.
If
hype or
anything,
collabs.
the GRs are a little bit more exciting to get because you can get them.
Yeah.
I
For the
like
most-
like
for the
a,
most
like
part.
a dope GR. Like I love that shit because no one has them ever.
Yeah, trust me.
And like the
Oh,
watermelons,
it's
like
just
that's
a GR.
that's the thing. It's gonna be a future classic. Like
Yeah.
for sure, the watermelons are gonna be
Yeah.
one of those shoes.
In like 7 years, we're gonna see Sneaker News post an article about 7 years ago. Nike
Yeah,
originally
exactly.
dropped these watermelon joints. Only they switched it, and the pink is green, and
Oh,
green
yeah,
is.
yeah.
should have
Yeah.
bought them. In fucking
Man.
shit.
Reverse.
I think I saw them somewhere. Someone was like
They were
restocking
only like
it
a bill
Canada?
in Florida or something
Yeah.
like that.
Wow, you
100
goofy.
US or whatever. Bro, suitcase.
You-
100
Ooh.
US is $200 Canadian.
I know
bro.
exactly.
That's very true. No, it's not. It's like 130,
That's almost $200.
and then you have to claim it
Round
after.
up.
Yeah, round up
When
the
you round
taxes.
all the way up.
Shipping.
Yeah.
But,
That's all we got.
Last week when I was in Champs at Eden Center last Friday, I was going in to look at that Sean Witherspoon Have a Nike Day Nike merch at Champs. And I was literally just like shopping around, and there was an associate like talking to me, and he was like, yeah, like I like this shirt, blah, blah, blah. We were just talking, and he's like, you're Lawrence, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. What up? And he was like, I was just listening to you guys on the way to work.
What?
Whoa!
Yeah, it was so random. Yeah, like working at Champs. So
Ooh.
I didn't get his name. I
Oh,
forgot his
you
name.
should
That's sick.
have.
But thank you to
Nice.
if you're listening right now. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening.
Shoot us a DM.
DM
Let us know
your
who
name,
you are,
yeah,
please.
so I can actually shout out your name.
Aba Luyot told me a story today because I went to go see him. So Arvin went to go see Arvin today,
One of our brothers.
and he said that the other day he was wearing his Canada Got Soul snap, the one with the OG one with the red soul leaf,
Mm-hmm.
and
the staple.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call it.
And a high school kid walked up to him and said, "Hey, dope Canada Got Soul hat."
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
my heart.
Yeah.
I can't.
And like
you
it
guys
was,
end
he's
this
like,
episode on your own.
he's like, "Yo, like this kid was like in like his uniform," and I'm like, "Yo, we're reaching kids that young.
Oh man.
If you take it in, bro, that's like
Are we famous?
that's crazy." It's not even that.
Not
yo.
yet,
Like,
not
we're,
yet.
Not even close.
We're reaching the demographic that I feel that we should reach because we want to educate them and
that's
want
what
to
it
get
is.
them, like,
Yeah,
Super facts.
exactly.
you know. So like in my head, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I got goosebumps when he told me that because I was like, "Fuck, that's what we want to do." Like
Mhm.
we want to hit that demographic so they don't come up in the sneaker game.
Older heads, we love you too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yo, OG heads, you already know what it is. Like
Yeah, they don't need to be told.
Yeah,
you don't need
facts.
to be told.
Yeah.
It's just like the younger generation is harder to reach because they're so blinded and
Social media.
Yeah.
you know by the social exactly. So it's like for us to be able to hit that demographic is like huge. Because I mean, OG ads already know what it is. They think the same way we do for the most part.
Most part, yeah.
So it's like we don't have to worry about them because they're homies anyway. But
Mhm.
it's those young bucks that
The young buck.
we want to try to reach out to, kind of thing.
So shout
It's
out
pretty cool.
to all of our young listeners.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to all the listeners.
Yo, hit us
Oh,
up.
listeners.
If you are in high school and you listen to this podcast,
Say
let
what
us
up.
know. That'll be dope.
Mhm.
Another thing I want to know too, just to wrap this all up, let us know if you are one of the sneaker lovers who pick up both hype releases and general releases.
DM us with what your last GR pickup was.
Yeah. do that.
Yeah.
And when it was.
Mm.
That would be sick. Also, DM us some of your suggestions for the fire round.
Anything.
So Jarek Presto doesn't have to keep racking his brain.
No, Jarek, keep racking that.
Keep
Yeah,
doing it.
please.
Keep doing it.
I'm going to help you. Don't
And
worry.
Falsey
I
too,
also
no?
think
Falsey.
Falsey 30 helps us
Falsey's
out.
another one.
But yeah, no, thank you guys. Thank everyone for listening to the Sneaker Podcast.
Word.
Sneaker Podcast. I gotta stop
Again.
doing that. Okay, let's wrap this up. Anyways,
10 episodes.
Trudy's back though.
Trudy,
An
no.
identity
Hi,
crisis.
I'm gonna
thank you.
cut
My name
that
is
out.
Trudy.
I
Thank
haven't
you
even
for
listened
listening
to the
True to Size.
Oh, it's because I'm thinking of like shouting them out already. I'm doing that thing where you think of what you're gonna do next and you drop the ball and you
Yeah.
turn it over.
Oh,
and fucking,
yeah.
You're thinking about a dunk and you drop the pass.
yeah, DeMar
for sure, bro.
DeRozan and fucking
Hate when that happens.
Fucking-
when I'm about to dunk and I drop the
fucking
pass.
Nagira,
Yeah.
fucking Nagira.
It's like that one time, Lawrence. You threw the alley oop. I wanted to do 360, but I missed the ball.
But you only did a 180?
Yeah,
Loser.
horrible.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it
Who
here.
does that?
All right. Thank you, all the listeners, for tuning in. Thank you, Bram, for the theme song. Shout outs to the Sneaker Podcast and
So-
Matt and Zach for your help throughout this podcast, getting us.
Podcast.
Yo, Trudy is back,
Oh,
getting us
Booted.
Inputted.
to 10 episodes. We're in 10 episodes.
10 episodes. Double digits.
Yeah, you guys do need to end this episode on your own. So Net Magnetism has some build kits. They're like a Lego pieces. We have a coupon code or discount code that you can use at checkout to get 35% off of these build kits.
Sick.
It is Canada Got Soul, no spaces.
Real creative.
Yeah, love it. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your last general release pickup was and when it was, and some suggestions for fire round. Say that one more time. Some suggestions for the fire round.
Please.
We're
dying out
This
here.
is True to Size. We are a weekly podcast. We do release every weekend when we get back on track, and we will. We gave you guys 2 episodes last week.
Lucky guys.
You're welcome.
Spoiled.
Just joking. Thank you to everyone who was actually looking for an episode last week and let us know that they were disappointed, or 2 weeks ago rather.
Word.
But yeah, shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Podbean. What in the
You can
world?
listen to us on Podbean.
Because I inputted the Podbean and the Podbean
I hate you
inputted
guys
me.
so much. You can listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube's.
YouTube.
Review and give us some stars on the iTunes, please.
At least 5.
On YouTube, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe.
At least 5 subscribes.
We have a Facebook group called CGS Talk, and you can find that at facebook.com/group/cgs.talk. You can post things that you're selling, getting rid of. Sean Go likes to put his reviews there just to annoy all of us. And we're going to, talk to you guys there. That's fun. Hit up canadagotsoul.ca for our latest pieces. You can find me at _Spooner. That's SPOONR. Lawrence Hopkins, where can they find you?
At El Doggy Styles, no R.
Alvin Martinez.
MISTRQ and then Mars.
I love that whatever I do, if I spell shit out, you guys fucking jump in. Joel Hernandez, where can they find you?
Joe Dooney, JO_DOOOONEY.
And you can find all of us at Canada Got
CAN.
Go for it. CANADAGOTSOLE.
Nope, Trudy's going to spell that first right now. SOLE.
Oh my goodness. We are Canada Got Soul. This has been True to Size. We are out.
Peace.
Rock your kicks. Talk to you real soon.
Word.
Do say.
No, 10A, because it's 10A.
10A.
Inputted.
Yo,
I
feel
inputted
so,
the putted after I putted it in the
so
put.
sloppy.
iPod Bean.
Goodness gracious, what happened
iTunes.
Scoopity poop.
Scoop.
Whoop, scoop.
Poop.
Yo,
Google Play.
this next
The
verse?
scoop. The poop.
This next verse?
Spotify is still not having us there.
God.
Spotify.